get you a little closer to the mic there.
Okay. So we want USB-C, right?
Welcome back, anyone and everyone. I'll say a quick welcome back to myself. First game of the day for me. I got here in time just for a great one. We're facing a Oklahoma team who have just come off of a victory. The Oklahoma Panthers just defeated another Oklahoma team. Back at it. I was
returned.
clowning around, getting back on my perch. Released, not returned. More to it.
Okay.
Yep. 29ers will be the visitors in this tilt. Thank you for doing a great job in my absence, Mr. Aaron Jack.
Always a pleasure. Enjoyed every minute of it. Just had the lineup delivery from Nate. We noticed when Nate delivered, it was on time today.
Yeah.
We had 2 earlier lineup deliveries today, which were fashionably late by Coach Jill.
Yeah, and never a question asked by Coach Nate.
Exactly.
So 29ers, if you've watched today, they're 2-0 on the day. 2 impressive victories, but this one promises to be by far their toughest of the day. We watched this Panthers team just come off of a victory in their second pool play game, so they're firing on all cylinders, and the 29ers will have their work cut out for them in this particular tilt. This is the final pool play game for each team, and they'll take a break, get some rest for what is already a beautiful afternoon, and they'll look forward to a hot Sunday from what I'm seeing on the forecast, Aaron.
Looks like it's going to be 88, 89 degrees. Not anything of wind like what we're seeing today, so it could be pretty warm on the turf.
Yeah, here at Dekarski Park. It's always nice to see teams coming from far and wide, different locations of states to play here in Doodah, as they say. The Panthers will come in with a lefty, and she'll face Allie, who is also a lefty, with Charlotte on deck. Quick turnaround from their previous game to now. So we'll see if the 29ers can light some fireworks here early, as they've had a couple of slow starts to the previous 2 pool play games. Allie sporting her new batting gloves, Aaron. Right sharp.
Fancy.
Oh, you fancy now. What's the song go?
They are, absolutely. So both these teams today are 2-0 in pool play. So this will be for the championship of Pool B.
Yep.
So fighting for the number 1 seed in the bracket play tomorrow. A lot on the line.
Yeah, so here we go as Allie digs in. First offering up high out of the zone for ball 1. Great looking group from the Panthers faithful, traveling well with their team. We welcome them to Wichita. The 1-0, 2-0 just falls low out of the zone.
Still having wind gusts around 35 miles an hour on 78, 79 degrees.
Yeah, we're trying to keep this wind to a dull roar in our microphone. I have a shirt covering the phone here. Allie takes a cut on the inside corner and misses for strike 1. Great looking pitch there from the southpaw. 2 balls and a strike to Allie. Just misses that outside corner. So hitters count here for Allie, Aaron.
going to be looking for that perfect pitch to drive. Otherwise, I'll probably just let it go. She's done a good job all day today at swinging at good pitches.
Swung on for strike 2. Looking to more bail herself out than drive a ball.
Now we'll be protecting with 2 strikes. Defense has her played pretty deep. They must get the scouting report that she can fly, so.
Ball 4, just on the river there. And Allie's aboard with an opening walk.
Kind of like Groundhog Day. Start the game with Allie on base.
Charlotte steps in. No outs. Georgia on deck. I felt worthless today, even though I was helping a great group set up a play for Sydney's school. Not doing my due diligence here for the 29ers broadcast. Strike 1.
Squared to bunt and pulled her bat back. Ended up calling strike 1. Allie stayed on first.
Yeah. Already in this game, the lefty for the Panthers is really painting that corner. The 0-1. Changeup falls in, freezes Charlotte for strike 2.
Yeah, she looks like she's got pretty good velocity and pretty good command. None of her balls have been missing by much.
She'll get a warning from the field umpire for a illegal pitch there. She took her ball out of her glove, put it back in, took it back out, and then put it back in before pitching. So illegal pitch, and we'll go 1-1. She presented it twice. So 1-1 to Charlotte. Allie remains at first. Charlotte puts one to right center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Allie will just be satisfied to just advance to second.
Good job by Charlotte. She kind of got jammed on that, and her strength just was still able to push it out over the second baseman's head. And great base running by Allie. She went halfway because she knew if it got caught, she had to race back. So that's exactly what you do with less than 2 outs and a ball in the air. So good job, Allie.
That'll bring up Georgia with 2 on, no outs.
Whoa.
Great job by the catcher to jump out of that crouch on a ball that was rising up out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes to Georgia.
As good of as a hitter as Georgia is, she's actually had 2 of her very best hits ever today. A couple off the wall. She's been crazy at the plate.
Who is she, Michael Jackson, off the wall?
That's right.
2-0. As that ball sails up out of the zone again. Charlotte at second, or at first. Allie at second. 2-0 to Georgia with Sophia on deck. Ball low, gets away. And the 29ers runners will advance. Catcher checks Allie to make sure she is chaperoned back to third. 3-0 now is the count to Georgia.
Runners on second and third. 3-0 count. Got the potential for a big inning right now. Sophia's on deck.
Ball 4. And that'll bring up the big swinger here. Sophia with bases loaded and no outs.
And right after her is Kaylee. Kaylee had a rocket shot in that last game for a triple. Lots of RBIs. So
yeah, I was watching and listening more to the fabulous play-by-play by our own Aaron Jack here.
I do get caught up sometimes listening to myself, actually.
On
makes for an awkward moment or two.
Strike 1.
Trying to remember what I said.
See if my tone and inflection's just right. Ball gets in the strike zone against Sophia. 0-1 to her. Ball low and away.
Another good play by the catcher.
Yeah, nothing's getting by her. We watched in the previous game. She's very good behind that dish. This Panthers team brought a great squad with them down here to Wichita. 1-1 to Sophia. Check swing, couldn't hold it back. Went around for strike 2.
This Panthers team is from Oilton, Oklahoma. That's about halfway in between Tulsa and Stillwater.
Okay.
So a little bit of a drive for them.
The 1-2. Staying alive is Sophia.
Good job to protect with 2 strikes there.
Kaylee follows in the lineup. Ball 2.
For 2 balls. 2. So it evens up the count.
Georgia at first, Charlotte at second, Allie at third. No outs. Ball right back up the middle for a base rip. A worm burner, as they say. Georgia will go to third, Allie, and Charlotte will score.
She had that time perfectly. Rocket shot right up the middle. She's been hitting it right up the middle all day. She's got these pitchers timed perfect.
Yeah.
2 RBIs. Gets Georgia over to third. So we got runners on first and third. Nobody out. 29ers lead 2-0.
Katie squares to bunt. Thinks again about it. Taking all the way. And Sophia's nonchalant running barely gets her in front of the tag there. Ball 1 to Kaylee in the meantime.
She did that slide tag where she didn't touch the bag till her hands got there. And
Kaylee puts one right up the middle as well for a base rip. Oh, it gets through the center fielder's legs and rolls all the way to the fence. Kaylee rounds second. She'll head to third. And Coach Nate's going to stop her at third. And the ball gets thrown home, and it's misthrown, and it gets past the catcher, and Kaylee takes the extra base for a round tripper.
5-0.
Only 5 batters late this time. Surely that's a
There we go.
right?
Yeah, fashionably late. Coach Jill comes around.
She just does it for camera time.
Yeah,
If she
yeah.
does it too early, the camera's not on yet. If she does it halfway through the game, she knows she'll get a little bit of stardom there.
Sydney comes up now. No outs, base is empty. Goes to short. Short gathers the one hopper. Makes a strong throw to first for 1 down. So 1 down. As Avery steps in. Should be followed by Lulu. So that one kind of went off the end of Sid's bat there. A little impatience after being the first game of the day. Ball up out of the zone to Avery. 1-0. Base is empty with 1 down. Ball to short. Short gobbles it up. Makes the throw again to first for 2 down. Two down now as Lulu steps in with Claire, Jack to follow. Ball up and in. Too far for ball 1. We thank anyone and everyone for joining us on this Khaos YouTube page for 29ers softball. The 1-0 to Lulu. 2-0. Falls out of the zone. There we go. Ball bounces in there. The 3-0 to Lulu. Ball 4. have quite a viewership on this game. Claire pushes one out of play. Thank you all for watching on a beautiful Saturday afternoon.
2.5 people watching.
Yeah, 2.5.
0-1 is the count.
Right up the middle for a base rip from Claire. Oh, it bounces off the shoulder of center fielder. And Lulu advances to third.
Hot shot right up the middle. Had that time perfect. She's got those kinks worked out of her swing and starting to find her stride today.
Yeah, that was a beautiful looking setup and swing from Claire. Straight back, straight two. Swing through, they say.
Austin had a couple great shots to right field today, so. Yep.
Cracks one to right field. Right fielder goes back.
Right to her. If that ball been 10 feet either direction, it's a multi-baser, but Austin gets a fastball inside, pulls it nicely just at the right fielder. So after half of an inning, 29ers lead 5-0.
A dream start there for the 29ers. In their two previous games, it looked like they were off to a little bit slower start. So this is a stark contrast. And I'd like to thank myself for that.
You're the common denominator in this fast starts.
Sydney will be in the circle for the 29ers. Behind the dish will be Kaylee. First base, Avery. Second base, Lulu. At shortstop, we have Georgia. Third base, Claire Jack. And we'll get that outfield when they come set. I think by far, Aaron, the shirt over the telephone is the best wind stopper here.
More ingenuity. Incredible.
Yeah.
So with the defensive set, we've got Kaylee behind the plate. Sydney's going to be pitching. Claire's at third. Georgia's at short. Lulu is at second. Avery at first. That is Charlotte in left field and Allie in center and Sophia out in right field. With Allie and Charlotte both wearing the visors out there, they're hard to tell apart.
Yeah. So here we go. First offering from Sydney. Just tall. For sure. Ball one. Sydney sustained a hand injury earlier this week, so she's working her way back into it. This is her first, last night she did some throwing and said she felt good enough to go today, so voila, here she is. Swung out on the second pitch for strike one. Batter just gets a piece of it for ball and 2 strikes. Opening batter is Tinley for the Panthers.
I heard that, here's the pitch.
Strike 3 on that changeup on the inside corner.
On the hand injury sustained, the rumor going around is she got in a fist fight with Grandma Connie. Is there any truth to that? What one has started that?
Not to divulge too much. Nobody likes to dogpile on a losing effort, so. Grandma Connie still got it in her. There may be many years between now and the World War II, but she still got that fight in her.
That's right, as Sid found out. FAFO right there. That's what they call that.
Jewel steps up for the Panthers and takes ball one out of the zone. Swung on a ball that handcuffed her, misses for strike one. 1-1. Kinnison follows in the lineup for Panthers as the ball falls out of the zone for 2-1. 2-1.
Oh, I thought it was 2-2.
The 2-1. Just misses for 3-1. To Jewel. Struck 2 right down the chute. Full count. It's anybody's at bat here. Ball to Lulu. She, tries to come up with a hot shot to her. She couldn't quite glove it. Crawled on her knees to get it, and Avery couldn't quite handle the throw, so the runner reaches on an error on a bar that was sharply hit. Lulu was of two minds there, whether to let it bounce or go after it. And the runner reaches. As Kinnison steps in, with runner at first. Ball out to center. Allie goes back and gets over her head. And she'll reach for a double. Two on for the Panthers with one down. Sid left that changeup right over the meat of the plate, and Kinnison made her pay. One down. Ball low for ball one. One ball, no strikes to Angela, with Claire to follow for the Panthers. Too low for 2-0. Gets a call from Coach Clint. Ball pops straight in the air. Out of play.
Good. Okay.
Two balls and a strike. Strike two over that outside corner. Runners at second and third for the Panthers. Threatening to get back in the game as a home team here. Just outside, says he. Kaylee checks the runner. She's able to slide back. Full count in the meanwhile to Angela. Strike three. Gets her window shopping for two down. Claire steps in for the Panthers with Annie to follow. Swung on the riser for strike one. A very pronounced strike call, or a pitch call for Coach Clint over there. Oh, pops up. Kaylee's on it. And it's a fair ball as she touched it in play.
That was tremendous effort by Kaylee. Just went off the tip of her glove and then in fair territory, and then the ball scooted foul, but Sydney gets over there to hold the runners at first and third.
So run scores on the miscue. Two down. Runners at the corners for the Panthers.
It's really impressive to see how fast she popped up out of her crouch.
Ball peeled foul by Annie, with Brooklyn to follow for the Panthers. I think this is the Panthers' first trip to Wichita, I believe. Is you guys' first time to play in Wichita? Second? Okay, nice. So welcome back, we'll say to them, on their second time here in Wichita. Fouled off. Just tall on the chaser. Ball gets away as Kaylee checks the runner at third. Runner stays as the ball didn't get quite far enough away from Claire at third to test it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just misses again. Two. Swung on for strike 3. Decides to go with the heat. Coach Nate is going to talk with Kaylee about that, throwing that with the girl barely leading off a third there. Telling her it's not worth the effort there. So the 29ers surrender 1 run off of, we'll call it 1 hit. And we'll give the benefit of the doubt 2 hits. And we go to the bottom or the top of 2. 29ers lead on the scoreboard 5-1. Leading things off for your 29ers will be Katie Martin. We'll circle back to the top of the lineup. What are you seeing this game, Aaron, with their fast start as opposed to the 2 previous ones today?
Well, earlier today in our first game, we scored a bunch of runs, but it was kind of based on some walks. On this one, we're just coming out hitting. And great base running, very aggressive. And I don't know, they're dialed in.
Yeah. And a lot of that you can't help but think of the caliber of pitcher that you have that really, from that first inning, you see she really knows how to work that strike zone in and out of the strike zone whenever she needs to be. And 29ers are just putting bats to balls and seeing what happens.
Well, watching her pitch, I'm seeing pretty decent velocity and like really good command of her pitches, but I don't see a whole lot of movement.
Yeah,
usually for a left-hander on our team, we're used to seeing like Miralette just dance the ball all over the place, and I think I don't see her ball moving as much, and that's why we score 5 the first inning.
Yeah, the 29ers have been, since the beginning of this season, have seen the ball really well, being very patient at the plate there. Katie will lead things off, like we said, hoping for more of the same. 5 runs in that first inning was a great start for this group. So here we go. In steps Katie. Top of 2. Ball falls low and outside the zone for 1-0. Top of the lineup, Allie follows. Too tall. Tell you what, Katie's a girl that's really starting to swing that bat well. Three-0. As Katie looks to start this inning off on base for the Niners. Strike 1. Catches the corner. Ball too tall. Katie will start off with a walk. Brings up Allie Thompson. Her customary cross in the dirt there. Ball falls low out of the zone. Too far in. For ball one. We get a timeout by the Panthers skipper here. Go out and recenter everybody. Make sure we're on the same page there. Tomorrow obviously starts bracket day in this spring swing tournament. I hope you'll check with your favorite 29ers player and family, or your favorite 29ers coach at the end of this evening's tilts to see how the bracket shakes down. Or you can go to the USSSA website and take a look at the Derby Spring Swing 14B tournament and take a ganders at it yourself.
If we can hold on and win today, then we're going to be the number 1 seed and play at 10:30 tomorrow morning.
Ball sails too high out of the zone. Catcher checks Katie. Makes her stay put at first there as Allie takes the ball up out of the zone for 2-0.
Oh,
Allie lays down a great looking bunt. And she's safe. It's on the overthrow. Katie will round second, go to third. And she'll round third. She'll go home. Ball gets past the right fielder. And Allie will come all the way around. And she'll score on there. So 7-1 now is the score on the throwing error. So no outs as Charlotte steps in. Ball low, out of the zone. What a bunt laid down by Allie. That ball had maybe 3 revolutions of spin on it, and then it died out.
it's too bad it was a bad throw because I think she would have been safe anyway.
Yeah. Charlotte nods in agreement. That's strike one. One ball, one strike to Charlotte. Base is empty, no outs. Top of 2 here. Chopper to short. Short approaches. Awkward bounce to her, but she deals with it. And Charlotte's able to leg that one out for a base hit. The ball took an awkward bounce on the shortstop. She had to reach over a little bit awkwardly, but she made a great play and throw. But just Charlotte's able to get down that line. Just a hairbreadth, as they call it, ahead of the throw. So Charlotte's aboard as Georgia steps in. Ball too tall. Sophia follows in the on-deck circle. I like the trash that's kind of sticking to the netting here at Dukarski Park. All the trash is blowing around, sticks to the nets. Georgia peels on foul out of play, straight back.
The new dual-use nets. They gather trash and they block foul balls.
Yeah, there you go. Somebody was thinking. I don't know what they were thinking. They were thinking. One ball, one strike to Georgia. Charlotte at first. Georgia puts one straight in the air. Catcher's able to jump out of her crouch, make the squeeze on the fluttering ball for one down. Georgia kicking herself on the way to the dugout. That brings up Sophia with one down. Charlotte remains at first. Ball too far in. Charlotte goes on the pitch. She'll glide on into second with a stolen base. 1-0 to Sophia. with Kaylee on deck. Low out of the zone again for 2-0. Two balls, no strikes as Sophia steps in. Ball gets away. And Charlotte will go to third on a ball out of the zone, up and away. 3-0. Nate tells her to have a look at one. Ball 4. Kaylee sheds the shin guards there. Sid gives her a hand.
Her one good hand.
Yeah, her one good hand. No out, or one out, I'm sorry. Sophia at first. Charlotte at third. Presumably Kaylee will take a pitch here, allowing Sophia to take that coveted second base. Charlotte, not really listening to Coach Nate over there, yelling no, 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 no. And she went ahead and went home on her own discretion and makes it, sliding in safe on ball 1. Sophia takes second. Ball 2 tall for ball 2. 2-0 to Kaylee. Just misses the outside paint there. .3-0 to Charlotte. Ball 4. Hey, patience here. Hey, Sid, be patient here. We'll get a change in the circle, Aaron. The 29ers have been very patient. The pitcher was dancing all around the zone, but 29ers were laying off, having utmost confidence in their swings. Whether it's 1 strike, 2 strikes, they still feel they can drive a ball.
Yeah, as that got going, that just turned into a feast in the batter's box for each of the girls, and
yeah,
8 runs, and we're only in 1 out in the second inning.
We'll see how.
Gotta try something different.
We'll see. Sydney will be the first up to face the new pitcher for the Panthers, and she'll be followed by Avery. So 1 down as we reset. Runners at first and second for the 29ers. Kaylee at first. Sophia at second. Sydney steps in, ready to face the new pitcher. Squares the bunt. Lays down a bunt. Oh, ball bounces straight up. Catcher fields it in fair territory as it was hovering above the dish. And Sydney's aboard.
I think the catcher just expected that to be called foul, but it was a fair ball.
Looks like it was just hovering there. A weird looking ball.
We have a courtesy runner.
Georgia will courtesy run for Sydney. As Avery steps in with Lulu on deck. Strike one. Catches the corner. No balls, one strike to Avery. Sophia at third. Kaylee at second. Georgia at first. Ball up out of the zone. Gets away from the catcher, and Sophia stays put there at third. Golden opportunity here for the 29ers to add to that lead. Oh, ball off the end of the bat. Sophia is up and slides in, but short.
Oh!
Throws and gets her at home and tries to back pick Charlotte at second or at third, but the ball gets away, and all three runs will come around to score. So a fielder's choice and an error turns into 3 runs for the 29ers. So that sends out 11-1 as Lulu steps in and the base is empty. Or 2 outs, yes, 2 outs, sorry. Lulu peppers one out to center field. Center fielder's on it, and it gets over her head and it bounces once to the wall. Lulu rounds second. She'll try for 3, and she'll slide in. And that ball goes into the dugout, and Lulu will get the extra base for a round tripper. So 12-1. That'll bring up Claire. Claire will be followed by Austin. With 2 down, base is empty. Claire clips one off the end of the bat. Pitcher gathers, makes the throw, and retires the side. But the Niners were to put 7 up on that stanza. And we go to the bottom of 2. 29ers enjoying a commanding lead. See if they can hold on to it as the game wears on. We're crossing about 44 minutes of game time on this third and final pool play of this spring swing. Back to work for the 29ers. Sydney retakes the circle. Infield remains the same. Well, actually, Claire will take a break at third, and Austin will step in there. Austin had to chase a bird off the infield turf there on the left side. Kaylee about spiked Sydney with that ball there at the throwdown. So here we go. Girls out in left field having fun with a bird that's just refuses to fly away, wants to be entertained by the game here. No change in the outfield. Charlotte still in left. Allie in center. Sophia in right. Sydney's first offering is a ball to Brooklyn. Jade Ann will be in the on-deck circle for the Panthers. 2-0, ball sails up and away on the riser. 2-0 now to the count to Brooklyn. Brooke, as they call her. Swung on for strike 1. Just a little behind that one. Two balls and a strike now as she steps back in. Ball flutters up, and it'll back check and twist foul. This time, Kaylee laid off of it and let it roll foul for her.
Smart play.
2-2, the count evens up. Ball peeled, foul. Great battle here by Brooklyn, getting a piece of that one. The 2-2 once again. Swung on the changeup for strike 3. Out in front of that one, Aaron. Good looking pitch.
That was beautiful. She's got great command of her changeup today.
So that'll bring up Jade Ann for the Panthers with Skyla. One down, base is empty. Ball up and in. Riser gets away. Yeah. Strike 1. Catch the outside corner. Yeah.
Go on and play.
1-1 strike to Jade as she steps back in. Low and in for ball 2. The 2-1 from Sydney. 3-1. Missing the outside corner. Three balls and a strike.
Oh.
Strike 2 on that fastball. A little behind that one was Jade. Sid's got some pretty good velocity even in a crosswind here.
Young base.
Full count here. The Rock, fire. Swung on for strike 3. So 2 down. That'll bring up Skyla for the Panthers with Kaler on deck. 2 down, base is empty. Bottom of 2. Strike 1, catch the outside corner. Coach Clint gives the pitch call. It comes set. Changeup falls out of the zone low for 1-1. Strike 2 on that outside corner again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sydney and the 29ers trying to go 3 up, 3 down here. Per always, I guess. Just misses that corner. A teasing ball there. But Skyla lays off of it to fill up the count. Swung on for strike 3. Nothing doing for the Panthers. As we go to the top of 3, score remains 12-1 in favor of your Kansas 29ers.
I think is the run rule 15 after 3? Is that right?
I believe so.
Maybe we can
We're the guests.
come up with a few more runs and put them away after 3. That'd be great.
As we approach 52 minutes of game time. Who's leading us off? This Austin Watkins will lead us off. She'll be followed by Katie. Like we said, we hope you'll carve out some of your time tomorrow. We know everybody's busy on a Sunday. And come join us either in person out here at Dekarsky Park or maybe give us a listen as you're on your daily routine on this very YouTube channel. Tell a friend to give this 29ers team a listen as they try for a third consecutive tournament win tomorrow. But the road is going to be tough, so it'll be worth every minute of listening or viewing. Again, check with your favorite player or player's team to know what time they play tomorrow. As Aaron said earlier, should we take first in our pool, we would play at 10:30 on bracket day. So we hope you'll join us and come out and get on the mic with us even.
They're always welcome. We've always got an empty spot for them.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself and for whom you cheer. Austin leads us off this stanza.
Yeah.
Austin pulls one foul down the first baseline. No balls and a strike. If you're out there viewing and you're on your phone, give these girls a ball out of the zone for ball one. Give these, get on the live chat there on YouTube if you're so inclined, and wish these 29ers well on their journey. They'd love to hear from each and every one of you, knowing you're out there listening and watching and cheering them on. The 1-1, 2-1, ball sails out of the zone. And we'll even recognize you on the broadcast for such a comment. 2 balls and a strike to Austin as she steps back in with Katie on deck. Swings that one and lets out a grunt in frustration halfway through the swing for 2-2. Ball lands short to fill things up. Time to battle, says the dugout. The 3-2. Ooh, catched her on the back of the head.
It's the second time today she's got hit in the head.
Umpire at first checking up on her, asking how many fingers he's holding up. Runner at first now for the 29ers as Katie steps in. We'll circle back to the top of the lineup and Allie on deck. Katie looks at the ball right down the chute for strike one. We'll do our best to cover the mic up so you hear more than just wind. The 0-1. Katie peppers one out to left center field, and that's going to get all the way to the fence as it gets into the gap. Austin will come around, and she'll score comfortably. on the double from Katie Martin. That ball was blistered out to left center for a double. And Allie steps in with no outs. Runner at second. Allie punches one off the fist to the left side, and it falls in for a base hit. Coach Nate will hold Katie at third. And Allie will sashay comfortably into second for a double. Charlotte steps in with Georgia on deck. Oh, he reaches out and punches a bunt attempt foul for strike one. No balls and a strike to Charlotte. Pulls one foul down the line. Oh, narrowly missing the Panthers skipper over there in the dugout doorway. Oh, 2. Away for ball one. That was a closer play than it needed to be. Catcher throws at Katie, and she's barely able to get her toenail in there to be safe back at third. Ball off the end of the bat, chips foul to stay alive. Count remains 1-2 to Charlotte as she digs back in. Runners at second and third for the 29ers. She peppers one to left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And a run will score. For 13. That brings up Georgia. Ball out of the zone. Charlotte goes to second. Georgia will slide to the left side. Switch hit here. Ball gets up. And ball gets away from the catcher on the high ball, and Allie comes strolling in for 14. The 2-0 to Georgia. Georgia punches one towards third. Third settles under it and makes the squeeze on the lilting pop-up. One out here as Sophia steps in. Austin remains at, or Charlotte remains at third. Reaches out, pulls back a bunt, takes ball one out of the zone for 1-0. Kaylee follows in the lineup. Too tall for 2-0. Squares the bunt again. Oh, reaches out and misses one. Takes A strike. Two balls and a strike to Sophia. She steps in. One down. Ball three away. Ball four. Too low. Out of the zone. And Sophia takes a free base as Kaylee steps in now. With one down. Kaylee reaches out and punches one to second. Oh, it gets away from the second base off the toe of her glove, and they're not able to regather as Sophia's there in front of it, and she's safe at second. And a run scores. That brings up Sydney. Help her cause here. She scores the bunt. Takes the ball up out of the zone for ball one. This breeze is getting a little ridiculous now. It's probably howling about 30 miles an hour, I think. Ball away for 2-0. It's almost like hurricane winds. 2-0 to Sydney. Sydney peppers one to left field. That ball's got legs, and that's going to be fair. It's going to bounce once and hit the fence. Sophia's coming around. She'll score. Kaylee will come around. She'll score. Sydney's going to come in, and she's going to test it. And she'll Supergirl in for a round tripper. That ball was destroyed out to left field, just right down that line.
It's a good thing Grandma Connie left her one good hand.
Yeah, yeah. Such a saint she is, such a saint. Avery puts one to third. Third gathers. Makes a strong throw across the dais to get Avery in time at first for 2 down. They'll bring up Lulu. Oh, catches her on the leg there. So she'll take a free bag. As Claire steps in. Foul ball. Claire pulls one down the third base line. Ball gets away as Lulu hustles over to second. One ball, one strike to Claire. Misses for ball two. Ball gets away and Lulu hustles over to third. 3 balls and a strike to Claire. Claire puts on a short. Oh, kicks right off the heel of the short's glove. Took an awkward hop there. Claire reaches. And a run scores to make it 20 for the 29ers. It brings up Austin Watkins. Ball out to center field. That ball has a little bit of a... And Claire stepped off the bag early. A little anxious to get around the bases, and so that'll be 3 outs. Austin peppered that ball out there, but our first girl at first stepped off, ran early. She stepped off base early. Yeah. So back to work for the '29ers in the outfield here. This will be definitely the last inning. About 2 minutes, under 2 minutes to go in the game. And then we'll see how everything shakes out for bracket play tomorrow. They'll get a good night's sleep, good dinner. Ball chopped to Lulu at second. Makes the play at first for 1 down. Thank you, Holly Gulick, for tuning in and watching the game. We hope you've been entertained by these 29ers. Swung on that inside pitch for strike 1. The 0-1. Just misses. Low and away for 1-1. Again, low and away. More low than away for 2-1. Three-one. Loafing over here, loafing. Strike 1. Taking all the way. Or I'm sorry, 3-2. Ball off the end of the bat. Full count. Three, 2 to the batter. Rise ball reached up, poked foul. Great looking pitch there. Said that ball started out low and it just kept going up. 3-2 again. Ball 4. Low and in. Timeout by Coach Clint. Maybe seeing something he didn't call. Back to it. 1 on, 1 out. Oh, catches her on the arm there. Ball gets away on the cutter. It's 2 aboard. So 2 aboard, 1 down. Ball punched off the fist, foul on the inside pitch. Ball peeled foul, out of play. Into the metal roofing. (0-2) is the count to the batter. Swung on for strike 3. Kaylee, thinking it was 3 outs, rolled the ball back, and the alert running by the Panthers advance a base. So 2 outs, runners at second and third for the Panthers. As Claire steps in for the Panthers, pushes it to the right field, and that'll drop for a base hit. And 2 runs to score. Three on the board for the Panthers. With 2 down, runner at first for them. Ball low, out of the zone for ball 1 to Annie. One ball, no strikes. Ball pushed to the right side again for another base hit. Great looking piece of hitting there, just going with what they're with the pitch. Pushing it to right field. That brings up Brooklyn for the Panthers with 2 on. Strike 1. Changeup catches a lower portion of the zone for strike 1. Swung on for strike 2. Swung on a little bit late and under it, just under it. Down to their final strike are the Panthers. Swung on, foul tip into the mitt for strike 3. And that'll do it for the game, the final pool play game. 29ers win it 20-3, and they look to see where they land in the rankings here as we go into bracket play tomorrow. Looks like a 10:30 tilt, as I'm being told by my esteemed colleague. So we'll see everybody tomorrow at 10:30ish, maybe about 10:15 we'll go live. So we hope everybody will tune in on this same page, and we'll see you then. So from Dekarsky Park in Derby, we will talk to everybody tomorrow. Until then, we'll say thank you for watching, and as always, go Niners.